What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Trevor Let's play Spyro the Dragon Part 1. This is the first Spyro the Dragon game ever made. The first, well, I guess the second attempt by Sony to have a cute, childlike character mascot. That's kind of why Spyro was made. As you can see, there was made in 1998 by Universal. Oh, crap! Sorry about that. The black and white there. Insomniac Games made this one, and yeah, I don't know a lot about the firsts for this game. I just know about some of the other stuff that was, made for the game later on. I'm not quite as familiar with this game and all of the new stuff, or I guess all of the things like I am with, I guess all the information and things like that, like I am with, like, say, the Crash series or the Sonic series.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it six? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Gnorc is a simple creature, vampire. He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Alright, so as you can see, all of the dragons except for Spyro have been trapped in crystal, and that is the main focus of our adventure. We have to rescue the dragons. You can see the dragons here will be encased in ice, and if you can hear there, they do make a sound, and I'll listen. That kind of chiming noise, and that will let you know whenever a dragon is nearby. All you have to do to unleash a dragon is just run up to them and step on the pad.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, so that he's the first dragon that we meet. Nestor, as you notice, they all do have names, and he's just the one that will let us know, what we have to do throughout the adventure. All the dragons will have names, and you should, pay attention to the names, because you will see, they all have different names except for the later on you get. Well, you'll see. It's nothing really. It's like a spoilerish or whatever, but it's just better if I not say anything for now. Anyway, so you can see the home world here. I'll pause really quickly and take a look at the options: sound effects, volume, stereo, vibration, camera, passive. The camera is tied to the L2 and R2 buttons. You cannot use the right analog stick for the control for the camera movement in this game. Take a look at the inventory. And so this will let you see all the levels. This is the Artisan's home world. There is 100 gems and 4 dragons here that we need to rescue. You can see the gems here have different values tied to them. The red ones here are worth 1 gem. The green ones, as you may have seen, that I might have got a couple of, are worth 2, and the blue ones that are worth 5. There's also a yellow one that is worth 10, and a purple one that is worth 25. But we will see the purple one we won't see for a little while, and the yellow ones we'll see a little bit sooner than that, but it still will be quite a while. Anyway, so what you have to do is you have to run around and collect all the gems in each level, the required number of gems, and then find all the dragons, and that's what I'm doing now. I will be clearing out the home world before going to the individual levels.
Flash, do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
And now to unlock this boss, all we have to do is complete one of the 3 levels that are in this homeworld. You can see that this is one of the level portals here, Stone Hill. And I'll talk about Stone Hill once I get to it. You know, some of the information about it. And this is where another one of the dragons are, and this is another region where...
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
That.
Yeah, this is an area where another level is. And look around here. These little creatures that I've been flaming and running into are called Norks. There will be different types of Norks. You can see a thief Nork that will give you 5. The little ones will only give you 1. Well, I guess they'll give you 1 gem, but the different amounts will vary. You know, it doesn't really matter the enemy type. It's just it's random. Most of the time they'll give you 1, but as you go along throughout the game and the levels get harder, and the different areas will give you the different enemies will give you different amounts of gems. You see Town Square. That's another level that we have to go into, but I just want to get some of the gems up here. Now you want to be careful while jumping around on these pillars, because you can very easily fall off of them. If you notice, you can glide, but the glide, you fall pretty fast. And the way to glide is just as the Dragon Thomas said, press the jump button, which is in this case the X button, twice to glide. But if you notice with the glide, and I'll be able to point it out here a little bit better once I fly around here, but you drop at a rapid rate, so you have to be careful when you're gliding and pay attention to it. When I got up on this hill here, the treasure that was up on that ledge is actually pretty difficult to get to. You have to time everything just right. You have to be at the right point on the hill to be able to make it, and you have to be kind of right at the top. And you want to hold the X button to try to get the jump a little bit longer, and I won't waste time doing that, but you can just kind of see what you have to do to get to it. To be able to get to that jump, so you just have to be careful. There won't be too many areas where we'll have to worry about the gliding, but a few areas, and I'll make sure to point those out in ways that you can get around it. This is the balloonist. If you prove your worth by rescuing 10 dragons, then you may use this balloon to fly to a new world. So we have to get 10 dragons. We already have, I believe, 3. So you can leave pretty early on. You know, you don't need that many dragons at all. But you will need dragons. Well, I'm not sure if you'll need any dragons anymore for the balloonists. There are different balloonists that will take you to the different worlds, and they all require a different requirement. I guess challenge, I guess you could say, to unlock, to allow you to use their balloon. And if you play the game the way I do, you'll actually get the first 2 balloonists. You won't have enough of whatever they need, but once you get to the later balloonists, you'll already have what you need, so that you won't be able to tell what what all you need.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Alright, so if you have noticed, the dragonfly that will run around and pick up the gems for you if they're just a little bit out of reach, his name is Sparks, as you just heard, and he is our mask, I guess you could say. He starts out with 3 hit points when he's yellow, 2 hit points when he's blue, and then once he's green, that means you have 1 hit point left before you lose Sparks. And then if you get hit again, you will lose a life. So it's not that important. You have quite a ways to go before you will actually lose health. And this game is not extremely difficult where you actually need to worry about health like that. It usually just later on, the later levels where you'll need to worry about that. Early on, you won't have to worry about that at all. Now, some of these dragons up around here will tell you about this, but if you notice, there's big Norks and Norks with metal shields. You have to, the Norks with the shields, or the metal shields, you have to charge into those, and I'll see if he will talk about the.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
So any small metal-wearing enemy, you have to charge into those. The big enemies, you cannot charge into them. You can you can only flame them. And we'll head down here. As you can see here, this guy is covered with metal on his front, and so because he's too big to charge, you won't be able to kill him. You have to wait till he turns around so that you can flame his rear end. And that's, as I said, that's the only way to take those guys out. And you can see there the blue gems. Now this key, if you notice, there was a locked box that had a keyhole on it, keyhole lock, or just I guess a regular lock. We need the key to unlock it. So once I get out of this area, I'll go back, and there's always gems in those boxes. But not every level will have the boxes. Usually some of the tougher levels, and as you go along, you'll see those more frequently.
Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Something you really don't need to use this early on. Later on in the game you will, but you can see it's not quite first-person mode, but it gets you pretty close, and you can look around all around, all around, at least to the extent of Spyro's neck. But it is pretty useful, and I will point out where it can be useful later on in the game once I really need it. You really won't need it until you get to the third world, and as I said, it'll be more useful there. But we'll go ahead and head back up here and get this treasure. Let's see. Yeah, not too much, but let me see real quickly. Now, if you push the select button, you can figure out. You can go to this inventory immediately. You don't have to go through the pause screen. This level is Dark Hollow. We need 100 pieces of treasure and 3 dragons, and then you just press the triangle button again. You press the triangle button to get out of that, and and also to get out of the, I guess, just to get out of the inventory and the options menu as well. You need to press the triangle button. The circle button won't work. Usually in most video games, the circle button will be the one that will get you back out of that kind of situation, but it won't in this game. Now, if you see these little silver dragons, they're kind of like little silver statues of Spyro. They will give you a life. You can also gain. There's another way to gain lives, and that is if you notice, every enemy will give you a piece of treasure. But if you happen to lose a life or replay a level, and you have to hit an enemy that you've already hit, they will give you a little silver orb. And if you get a set amount of these little silver orbs, you will gain a life, and I will try to find out the exact number. I don't remember it right off the top of my head. Now, if you notice, the music is kind of messing up. This particular disc that I'm using is kind of old, and so that's why the music will cut in and out. I've never had any trouble with the game loading. Just usually the music will kind of mess up here and there.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with a club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
So yeah, if you like the music, I do apologize, but there's nothing that's game breaking, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, and there's nothing I can really do. I'm just happy that the game works, and I don't have any problem with the loading screens or anything like that, like I did with Crash Bandicoot: Wrath of Cortex. So thankfully, anyway. And this is where I'll actually be able to show off the silver orbs. Now, if you notice, the chests don't reappear again. I don't think they ever appear again. If you notice, the silver orbs, and they will circle around Spyro's head. I won't worry about killing every single Nork to get them, but you can see they will circle around Spyro's head. Once they do a complete circle around his head, that's when you can that's when you'll gain a life. But anyway, so we'll be going into Stone Hill next, and you can kind of tell this is the same. I'm not sure if this is the exact area, but this is the same level and background and everything that was used in the opening cutscene. And I will, the opening cutscene at the beginning of the game. And now, if you notice those, I believe they're rams. If you charge into them, I believe these particular enemies, they will hurt you. And I don't think you can hurt them if they are charging at you head on. I don't remember exactly. I'll test one here. Oh, okay. I guess you can charge at them head on. Thought they would hurt you for some reason. Now, you want to fall down this hole early on. You will have to come back here because of that box, but we'll come back for it once we get to it.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Spyro will be pretty sarcastic throughout the entire game. And now, if you notice the pads that the dragons are sitting on, those are actually how you save the game. And I'll go back up to a pad. The next time I go back up to a pad, I'll show that off. But the game will ask you if you want to save the game, and you'll be able to, and I'll show that off here in a second.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
Now, this is actually supposed to be the first level, so the dragons will tell you things that if you've already played some of the other levels here in the Artisan's Homeworld, you will already know. I just wound up at Dark Hollow first, so that's why I decided to play that level first. But Stone Hill is supposed to be the first level in the game. And now you see these metal chests. You can only charge into those. You cannot flame them with this flame breath. There will be a flame breath that we get later on in the game that will let you do that. Now you can see here, you can either save your game, replay the dragon message, or just continue with the game. And we'll continue with the game for now. I won't worry about saving it until after I get done with this particular video. But if you notice the main area there with the different walkways. I guess hallways that lead you to different areas. Now these shepherds are too big to charge, and if you try to charge them, they will hit you with their staff. So you do want to be very careful and pay attention. You don't want to charge at them head on. And I'll see if I can find another one. I'll just get hit by him real quick. Oh, I guess he is small enough to get charged by. I usually get hit by him, so I never worry about charging him. And now, if you notice the laughing that was up around here, now that's a thief that stole some dragon eggs. So we won't learn about the dragon eggs right now at this particular portion of the game. And you really don't learn a whole lot about them. They're just a gimmick to help you. Oh crap! Don't tell me it's been black and white for a long time. I haven't noticed.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hit on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
And I'll show off that dropping down mid-flight. You can see now we do have enough dragons if we wanted to go to the balloonist and go to the next homeworld, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until I finish all of the worlds and everything here in the Artisan's Homeworld, and then I will go to the next level of the next homeworld. But yeah, the dragon eggs you don't learn anything about. It's just, like I said, it's a gimmick for you to collect just something else for you to collect and something else that they can add into different levels. There won't be a dragon egg in every single level, so if you do have trouble with it, catching the thieves, and I'll show off why the thieves are so bad and why I'm saying this, you don't have to worry about that. But they are in quite a few levels, so you do have to pay attention. You can see the blue cloak thieves. What you have to do is you can either charge them, but that's very hard to do. The easiest thing is just to flame them, and you see we do get a pink spotted dragon egg. And let me see. Now you want to be not really careful, but you want to pay attention while you're up here on this outer ring, and try to find every single piece of treasure that's littered around these trees. I have many times. Oh wow! Yeah, you want to be careful. Sometimes if it's too steep, you'll actually go rolling down like that. Usually you can't save yourself. I've never actually rolled down here when I've been up here, so I don't know why I started now. But you want to pay attention and look for every single piece of treasure that's around these trees there, because there's quite a lot of treasure around here. And if there's far off pieces of treasure that you're not able to see because of draw distance, you can still see it shine. I don't see any shine anywhere, so that's good. And if you notice here, a barrier that won't let you go out any farther than that, but you can actually hack the game and get up to, I believe, those mountains over there. I don't have a hack. I don't know how to do that particular hack, so I'm not able to show that off. But I'm sure people on YouTube have shown that off before, and if not, I'm sure there's ways to do it. I don't even know how to do it myself. I just know that if you do, you can hack the game and do that. And you can see here, these fodder animals, I've already hit a few sheeps, and some butterflies have come out, and the frogs in Dark Hollow. They are what heals Sparks. You have to feed him butterflies to be able to heal him. Let me see, where am I going? I think I've already went in here. I believe this is a dead end, so we need to go back another way. You need to feed Sparks a butterfly to help him regain 1 point of health. If you do not need a butterfly, Sparks will not eat. If you run through like a crowd of sheep and butterflies start to appear, they will fly around for a short amount of time, and then they will. Usually, once you go away from the butterflies or get far enough away from the butterflies, they will turn back into whatever fodder animal they were before. And I still haven't got the key, or I think I've got the key. I just haven't given it back. I haven't broke open that chest yet.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
That's the checkpoint system in the game. So if it lights up, that means it's the same as hitting a checkpoint box or running into a lamppost in the Crash Bandicoot series, in the Sonic series, or just any place that saves your progress in a level in any other video game. And that's the checkpoint system, and you can do that anywhere on any dragon pad. You can use the dragon pads as many times as you want to. So that helps for some of the later levels in the game. Let me see. I believe this is the way out. We have all the dragons and all 200 treasure, so that's good. But yeah, that will definitely help you out if you need to backtrack to find a piece of treasure, or try to find a dragon or another path or whatever later on in the game. That will definitely help you out. And like I said, I'm not going to waste time killing every single Nork that's around here, but I will run into ones that are close by just to get the silver orbs. Like this guy, I may go ahead and kill him since he's already here, and he does give out quite a bit. That other one in the next section I won't worry about. But just the guys that are really close to me, that's the only ones that I'll hit. But anyway, so every homeworld has 3 regular levels, a boss level, so that's 4, and another type of level that I don't believe I'm able to show off now, but it's called I believe it's a flight level or a speedway level. and I'll talk about those once I'm able to show those off. You won't be able to see them right now. So you won't be able to see them right now.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Now, if you notice, that dragon looks a lot like Nestor. That is actually Nestor's brother, Nils, the mayor of town, whatever this place is called, Town Square. I just, figured I'd mention that. Now, you see, the bulls will get their horns stuck in the ground. They will not be able to free themselves, and if you leave them there and you get far enough away, they will disappear. You don't have to get too far for them to disappear. And it's usually once you get out of range, like visual range of the bulls. That one, because he's kind of stuck out in the middle there, you can see him for a while, but probably I'm sure he disappeared before I even started to jump.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
And early on in the game, they will give you hints like this. Usually, here in the first level, but as you go along, they will give you different hints, usually about any new type of enemy that you may see, or in the boss's case, the dragons you get in the boss levels, they will give you hints and tips about the boss. Now, if you notice, I did take damage there. The hit system, kind of like with most games, most everything in this game will not kill you, except for falling down holes, or just any pit in general. Those are the only things that will kill you. And if you notice there, we did get a yellow gem that I didn't get to show off all that much, but once we get up to that section up there, I believe I'll be able to show off a yellow gem. You really won't be able to see it very, very fast, but.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen the dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm feeling a little winded.
Alright, so this dragon will tell you about the thieves, and as I was saying about the gem, right now I won't be able to show off one very clearly, and I really haven't shown off the other gems. They all look the same except for their different colors. They all like that same. I guess I could look. Yeah, that doesn't really help. They look just like that. All the gems do. You see the red one there, except just for different colors. So there's nothing really to show off. But I'd usually like to show those kinds of things off. So that's why I figured I'll at least try to show off every single color if I can. Let's see, where'd that thief get to? I think he jumped back down there. The thieves are set on a path that you have to follow, and if you get ahead of them, they will turn around and backtrack to where they usually to their starting spot, unless it's on a set track that you can easily get back to or see. In this case, you can't, but you can't get around them. But as we go on, different thieves, I guess the thief in Stone Hill, you could have gotten out ahead of him, and he would have backtracked, around the other way, around the set track that he's supposed to run on. But I'll be able to show that off in another level in the second area, pretty early on. I'll be able to show that off, and you see there's a yellow gem there. Now these, you have to use your flame breath on them. Let's see if I got all that. Okay. You have to use your flame breath on them.
Thank you for releasing me.
3 times before they will blow up, and they will give you the gem. There's always one gem in them. So you don't, if you're missing a whole bunch of treasure and you find one of those, that's not where you're missing the treasure at. But anyway, so since we have done all the levels that we can do for now, I will begin to go after the. I'll go after the boss now, and I'll see if I can. I guess since I'm so close, I guess I'll go ahead and try and let me see how many of these I have. I think I need 3 more or 4 more. I can't tell, but we'll see. Let's see. Come on. Now these Norks here will run and hide. Okay, well, I guess I only needed 2. So however many that took, that's how many I need. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, no. That's where the flight level is in here, but we can't get in there right now. We have to jump on those stones, but sadly the game won't let us do that right now. So I'm not going to be able to. So the dragon's mouth will open, and then we can go into the boss fight, Toasty. You can see they're confronting Toasty. Now this is actually a kind of difficult. The boss itself is not difficult, but the run up to the boss is difficult because this introduces a new enemy, the dog. What the dog will do is, if you flame him or charge him, I think the dogs are too big to charge. Ouch. Yeah, if you get too close to them, they will come and squish you. So you have to flame them, and then immediately run back. And if you can notice, their eyes are open now. Yeah, it looks like they're licking their paws, perhaps. Well, instead of sleeping like they normally are now. You see, they're just sleeping, I guess. I guess they're sleeping now, so it's probably something wrong with their eyes because of the black around them, you know, because of the burn mark. Yeah, like I said, you have to knock out the shepherd first before you can go after the dog. I won't go after all these dogs. I'll just go after the shepherd and him. And if you can immediately turn around and start to hit the dog again, that's usually your best bet. In a situation like this, if you can try to hit all 3 of them. I missed the dog on the far left, but if you can burn him, wait for him to stomp, and then immediately back, turn around. And you can also do I don't want to see if this will actually work. Well, you can roll by using the L1 to roll left and the R1 to roll right. And if you can get the timing down, you may not even have to run quite so far to dodge the dog's swish attack. If you notice here, there's a hidden section that I figured the dogs are just a little bit too big, and you can't. Oh crap! You can't charge into them. Now, if you notice, Sparks, Sparks turned blue. His range that he will pick up the gems will decrease as he gets hit. So, like right now, he should have gotten that. If he was yellow, he would have already picked up that gem, but you have to get a lot closer before he will pick up the gems. Once he...
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
And you want to make sure that you use that checkpoint. That's the only dragon here. Well, yeah, I was gonna say that's the only dragon here in this level. So you do want to make sure that you use that checkpoint. I lost my train of thought talking to the dragon. Yeah. Well, you can see what Toasty looked like. And it's just, you find out it's just a sheep in a costume. And he will give you treasure once you... he will not actually attack you, he just has those dogs. And he'll just stand there and let you hit him. Oh, I'm actually missing some treasure. Okay. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now that we are returning home, that's it. That's Toasty. Like I said, very easy boss. Just the dogs are the problem. Once you learn the dog's pattern and all that, very easy. But I guess I was talking about Sparks. From blue to green, the range does not. It's not a huge drop off like it is from yellow to blue. So you don't have to worry about that all that much once you do drop to. Once you drop to blue from blue to green, but you know the big thing is from yellow to blue for range. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the info for the levels and for the artisan's homeworld as well, and then I will and the boss fight, and then I will let me see. I think, yeah, there we go. You can see he's what he will do is he will run to his farthest point, and then he will just stand there, doing nothing. Then you can flame him. All the small Norks in this level will do that. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and go to. Let me see. Let me see really quickly. I think I found it. Okay. The Artisan's Homeworld is the first homeworld encountered in Spyro the Dragon. The Artisan's dragons are tranquil and take a calmer approach to most problems. The world consists of a pleasant countryside and ornate castles. Being there are no enemies that try to attack Spyro, Artisan's is the easiest homeworld in the game. The world has the fewest gems in the game at 100, but it compensates with its large amount of dragons at 4. So the sheep are the fodder for this level. 4 dragons, 100 gems, as it just said there. Artisans is Spyro's lush green homeworld. The residents pride themselves in their homes, which is a vast meadow of healthy green grass, several tall trees, and gentle waterfalls feeding into many different ponds in the area. Statues and intricate portals dot the landscape, as well as some marble hallways running through the tall hills. Homes are made up of small castles, large stone buildings, and the occasional high towers. Flower gardens can be found throughout the gem-encrusted stone walls, as well as within a few private meadows. Up above, the sky is always blue. There's a small bit of pink at the horizon, as you can see there. Trivia: in the game's demo, the portal link to Stonehill was originally linked to Town Square instead. Players begin with 4 lives at the start of the game. The first dragon to be rescued, Nestor, is a walking distance away, so not much trivia, but you know. Anyway, so we'll go to Stonehill next. Stonehill is a realm found in the Artisan's Homeworld. It is also the set of the opening and ending cutscenes. Stonehill is a peaceful countryside, a realm surrounded by green rolling hills on 3 sides with a bluish sea on the 4th side. A perfect blue sky arches overhead and fluffy white clouds mingle on the horizon. The realm contains 2 large areas, each with grassy knolls, surrounded by a stone wall with simple fountains and stubby stone towers. Enemies are the rams, the shepherds, and the thief. Trivia: through means of hacking, if you are able to fly far enough, you can fly towards the mountains. If you fly to the lower part of the mountains, you will be knocked back by an invisible wall. If you manage to get there, the mountains are strangely solid, even though it is not reachable by regular non-hacking methods. Hacks can let you make it to the mountains. It is said that Stone Tower is the birthplace of Spyro himself, although there is no real evidence to support this. And the fodder for this level is sheep, 1 dragon egg, 4 dragons, and 200 gems. Yeah, we'll go to Stone Tower next. Oh, sorry, Dark Hollow. Dark Hollow is a realm which can be accessed via a portal in the artisan's homeworld. Dark Hollow is a mysterious and dreamy realm set late at night under a starry, deep-colored sky with clouds on the horizon illuminated softly by a rising moon. It has some stone structures similar in appearance to Stone Hill. The realm is characterized by hopping, croaking frogs, grassy stone platforms, steps, and lanterns emitting a warm glow. There's a checkered floor tunnel hidden underneath. I guess that's just telling you about the level. 100 gems, three dragons, and the fodder for this level is frogs. Enemies are soldier Norks, metal-bellied Norks, and then the warrior Norks. And the warriors are the ones with the clubs and the wooden shields, the shielded. I guess the soldiers are the ones with the swords and the shields. Trivia: the realm is the setting for the opening cutscene of the game, where Spyro and the dragons are being interviewed about Nasty North. Before being turned into crystal, everyone except for Spyro. However, unlike the level itself, it takes place in daylight. Fans argue over whether it is Dark Hollow or Stone Hill, because it looks like Stone Hill. There's a lot more evidence to suggest it looks like Stone Hill. But anyway, so we'll go to Toasty. Toasty can't be played before. Let me see really quickly. I'll go back to that. Toasty can't be played before playing levels 1, 2, or 3. So yeah, just like I said, you can't play Toasty until you beat either level 1, 2, or 3. Anyway, Toasty is a boss realm for the artisan's homeworld. To obtain access, you have to beat at least one other level before the dragon head will open. It is set at twilight and features a large castle the Spyro must traverse. The castle is north of Stone Hill, set atop a cliff and overlooking a lake. 100 gems, 1 dragon. Enemies are the shepherds and the dogs, and Toasty himself. Shepherds from Stone Hill return in this level, this time with dogs rather than rams. The dogs pounce on Spyro should he get too close to them before you encounter Toasty. Nevin tells you that Nasty Nork put one of his most genius henchmen in charge, hinting that the dragons don't know that Toasty is in fact a sheep. It is unknown why a sheep would attack a dragon, but it is believed that they are seeking revenge on them since they have served as fodder for the dragons for so long. It is possible that Toasty defected to Nasty's side due to the dragon's cruel treatment to the flock of sheep that live in artisans, or because of Spark's need of butterflies to survive, which can be found after killing sheep and other animals. Let's see. An advertisement for the game featured Toasty. Alright, so that's all the trivia and everything, so thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is, how many of those little silver orbs did it take for me to gain a life? I will go into the balloon. Well done, Spyro. I didn't think you could do it. You may travel to the Peacekeepers world if you like. You can either stay here or go to the Peacekeepers. We'll go to the Peacekeepers, and I will end the video as soon as we land. So yeah, like I said, challenge of the video is, how many of those little silver orbs did it take for me to get to gain a life? Thank you for watching. Next video we will clean out Peacekeeper. So until then, later everyone.